Hi Stampers. I know it's been a while since y'all have heard from me. I'm still alive and kicking. I've just been really busy. We've had some more illness in the family and with me. Anyway, none of that. Let's just get over that. We're done. We're good. Let's get on moving. This is the card that I'm going to show you today. This is made using the Sleigh Ride Framelits die, and it opens up like that. Very simple. And we'll get started. We're just going to jump right in there. Move this out of the way real quick. Alright, I don't know if you're going to be able to see. There I go with that word alright again. Y'all just have to excuse me there. I don't know if you can see this whole thing. How about we turn it sideways? It'll be unorthodox. Okay, the paper's already cut. It is cut at 5.5 by 11. Okay, and now is what you're going to do is you're going to put this in. It's hard for me to tell which way I'm doing this. All right, you're going to measure only, instead of going a full 4 1/4, you're only going to go about 4 1/8, and then you're going to score it. Okay, then the next thing is you're going to slide up. You're going to find this score line. This score line you're going to put on the 4 1/4, and then you score again. So then you have 4 1/8. This between the two score lines should be 4 1/4. Then you have this little leftover. It's a couple inches right there. Okay, let me get this out of our way because we're not going to need it. The next step to do now is we are going to use the Sleigh Ride Framelit die. Let me go ahead and get this in. We're going to have to do this sideways as well. My desk is just not real big up here. And I just hit the camera. So I don't know. Alright, I don't know if yeah, if y'all can see that or not. We're going to hope that you are. Is what you're going to do is we're going to put this in our sandwich on the right side. Okay, where the small little tabbed section was, we're going to set this on there. And I'm doing it backwards. Okay. With the tree or the houses facing to the edge of the paper, I keep wanting to call it tree. Your house side is going to go up a little bit further in the air, and then, or snow, however you want to look at it. And this is going to swoop down a little bit lower. You're only going to have about 3/4 to an inch on this edge. You're going to have over 1.5 inches or more on that edge. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, let's go ahead and put this down. And since it's awkward how I'm having to film and do this, I can't really see how well that is. But let's run it through. Oh, goodness. My camera's in the way, and hopefully I don't hit it. There we go. Sounding too good. Come on out. Thanks. All right. And see, I didn't even have to pull or anything. That just fell right off. Okay, hopefully y'all can see that up there. I'm going to get this die out of the way. Okay, another thing that I'm going to do is, while I'm doing this, I'm going to talk to you. I'm just going to take, I don't have the new brush that you can roll over these and it pokes these out, but they just pop out real easy. Very simple. Now, for those of you who love to craft, and you see these Stampin' Up videos and the others from Stampin' Up, you can order Stampin' Up without being a demonstrator or joining. But you have to just order your products through a Stampin' Up demonstrator. Now, if you would love to sign up and join my team, there is lots of great benefits. One is having the fun and support of other ladies and gentlemen, I should say, because there are guys out there. The other is you can make money off of other people buying products from you, as well as you receive a discount on products that you purchase for yourself. And that also goes towards your sales. So it's really great. It's wonderful. But I just didn't want somebody to have the misconception when we always say, hey, join my team, or you'll see that at the top. It doesn't mean that you have to belong to Stampin' Up in order to buy Stampin' Up products. And I will tell you, I do a lot of comparison shopping, and I will tell you that, like our Tombow glue, my back chair looks pretty sad. This is cheaper through Stampin' Up than it is for me to order it from a major retail company that's pretty much worldwide. I'm not going to say a name. Also, I found that the two-way glue pen is cheaper through us, as well as the equivalent to the Fast Few or the Snell. So our prices are very competitive. And then just think, if you do join, then you get an even greater percentage off on that than what it already is. And I just wanted to throw that out. Also, I will tell you that nobody's cardstock, I don't think, even comes close to the quality cardstock that we have. But enough with that. Let's get on with this. You're going to fold this one. I'm just going to give it a score. Then this one will fold down like that, so that it's going to sit like an E-fold or sandwich there, kind of. Now, that's the reason, hence, this one was cut shorter, because if you cut this first piece 4 1/4, it's not going to fold. It just won't do it. Okay, we're going to put that aside. We're going to bring in our Night of Navy. I just noticed that it is awfully sparkly on one side. And here was another one I had already cut. We'll put it out of the way. Okay, you will need, for this, and you don't have to use this exact product. I used Whisper White Crafting because I still had some available, and then I used my white gel pen. We will need the Night of Navy ink to do the outside of the card, and just a tad, but we're going to skip over that right now and come to this. This was my other just a cotton swab, or Q-tip as some of us call them. I don't know what they're called in other countries or even other parts of the United States, but where I grew up, it's a Q-tip, and that's the brand, actually, is Q-tip. I'm just going to dip this, or dab, I guess I should say, in the Whisper White. And then I am putting dots all around. These are to represent different sizes and depths of snowflakes falling. And right now they all look pretty much the same. But we're going to go in and create some bigger odd shapes. I get some right off the edge of the paper. Okay, so that's pretty good with the Whisper White. Now you do know, I don't know if you do know, as Whisper White dries, it's going to fade and it will get to be a lot paler in color. Now what I did next was I just took the gel pen, I gotta get it started, and then I came and I just dotted smaller dots all around. The craft white ink will fade as it dries. The gel pen will stay a little brighter. And so you just go in and just add the sizes where you want. You can go over one of your Q-tip ones, add a little bigger up here, put a couple more dots in here. I kind of went crazy, so we're gonna round it. There we go. And that's pretty much all there was to that. It's real simple. Simple little card. The toughest part was figuring out the cuts that I wanted for how I wanted the front of the card to lay. And which I've already gone over there with you, which this was 11 inches by 5.5, scored at 4 1/8. And then from the 4 1/8 to the new line is 4 1/4. And then you use the sleigh ride die cut to cut that. Now this is still wet, so let me see if I can get it to dry. Turn my heat gun on for just a sec, folks. Okay, so you can already tell the difference if you look back at the beginning of the video when I started putting the dots with the cotton swab on. They're already lighter. So now here, can't hold on. Okay, I'm not doing too good with my tape today. And I did not use tape on mine. I don't know why I did that. It just was laying there and I saw it. I used Tombow because it's more forgiving while it's still wet, because once you put this down, it's down. And all you're going to do is you're pretty much going to set it all the way to the bottom where that's at. I don't want to rub too hard because those dots are not. I kind of got one right there that I messed up. So let's go ahead and add a new one in right there. Add something here. All right, our last step is the Night of Navy, which I thought I pulled out, but I guess I didn't. This is the stamp set Jingle All the Way, which coordinates with the Sleigh Ride Edgelit dies. And I have Silent Night. And for this, kind of have to hold that corner down a tad. And that is sticking out a tiny bit, and you can just take your scissors and trim it. That's because I just didn't line it up that well. Where my other, you can see, is lined up better. And I just think that just by itself, it's just a really simple, pretty card. You can see the snow village, you know, in the night sky with some softly fallen snow coming down. I pressed them in a book. I closed them all and then pressed like that so that it helped keep this down a little more. But when it's in an envelope, you put it in an envelope, you send it to somebody, then it's going to stay flat. I did not put a sentiment on the inside because I was leaving that for a message to be hand wrote. I thought Silent Night itself was perfect. I'm going to call it Christmas because I love the season. This could go for any holiday or celebration that you celebrate in the wintertime. It does not have to be Christmas for those who don't celebrate Christmas. It's just a very simple, I think, pretty card. And I just thought I'd share that with y'all. And about joining Stampin' Up, not joining Stampin' Up, your benefits of joining Stampin' Up, and the fact that you do not have to join Stampin' Up to buy Stampin' Up. I hope all that made sense. Anyway, I enjoyed this today with y'all. Up next will be my Christmas tree card. I don't really know what to call it. It was a card that I made at the last minute to bring to the Stampin' Up on stage locals, where I went to Dallas. And the card I created was for the artisan design team. And I do not have an example to give you because it shipped back to Stampin' Up. But we're going to try to reproduce that card so y'all can see it. So enjoy. Have a great day. Check out my website, creationsbyjeannie.com. And I would be more than happy, I would be ecstatic for you to join my team and to put our minds together and come up with some lovely creations. Thanks a bunch.